Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am going to share with you my favorite palettes of 2022. I tried to keep it at 10, but I couldn't help it. It got crazy and went to 15. So these are palettes that actually came out in 2022, and most of them, not all of them, but most of them are indie palettes. So if you're interested in seeing my list, this is not ranked because I don't think I could do that. I love a lot of them so much, I don't think I have a number one. So anyway, if you're interested in seeing it, then hang tight, we're getting into it. Okay, let us start out with non-indie palettes. Okay, let me get those out right here. I have a lot of qualifications for palettes. Number one, do I like the packaging? Do I like the color story? Can I get a lot of looks out of it? Or is it nice and blendable? Will I wear the palette? Will I wear the color? Will I wear a look from the palette outside of my house? That is very important. Things like that. So I wrote a bunch of questions down, and I asked myself, do these palettes fit those qualifications? And some of them did not. Like this one right here, but I love it so much. I can only get a couple of looks out of this one, maybe really just one look out of it, but I can wear it any time of year. It's the Natasha, by the way, it's the Natasha Denona Mini Bronze Palette. Came out this summertime. I love that it is 4 mattes and 1 shimmer shade, because I love mattes, and the shimmer is really good. Also, my qualifications are the mattes good? Is the shimmer quality really good? Things like that. So this is the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette. Did I say that? I think so. Okay. Anyway, love this palette. Love Natasha Denona. Did not pick up all of her palettes that came out this year, like the pastel palette or the retro glam, but I did get this, and yeah, I can wear it any time of year. It's a beautiful palette. I'm not going to be swatching anything in this video because it would take for freaking ever, and so, but that is what she looks like there. Yeah, so definitely love that. Another Natasha Denona palette that I absolutely love is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. That is what she looks like. Love that there is a multi-chrome in this one. This has a lot of nice, you could call it nudes if you want to, but I think they're still colorful enough to make a colorful look with. And yeah, you've got some nice pinks in there, and some, I don't know if you would necessarily call them purple shades, but they are nice dark pink shades, at least to darken up. It has a lot of contrast. That is something that I like my palettes to have. Nice. It goes from light to dark. And so, and it has a good matte to shimmer ratio. So I really enjoy that in this palette, and I love the formula in it. And I got this Naked Half Baked palette. Love the outside packaging on this one. And it is just a 6-pan palette, but the shimmers on this are just phenomenal. Goes from light to dark. Love that. And can get a couple of different looks from this. There are just, there are 3 mattes and 3 shimmers. That's okay, as long as there are more shimmers than matte. Again, this is the half-baked. Yeah, the Naked half-baked. Love this. I would love to pick up the other 2 that they have in this collection. The Sin and the Foxy, I think. I still really enjoy the Naked palettes, or the Urban Decay formula, and so yeah, I still enjoy those palettes. So what else do we have? Do we have any more mainstream brands? I don't think so. So let's start from the first of the bunch. This is from Sugar Drizzle. It is the Man I Love Frogs. It is a duochrome, multi-chrome palette. I use this as a companion palette now. I can't get looks out of it on its own, but these shades are very beautiful. They are beautiful multi-chromes and duochromes. I use these on my lids. And yeah, I've used this outside of the house multiple times. This is the only, I have other palettes like this, but there's nothing quite like this palette. I love the shade, especially this MILF shade right here is probably one of my favorites. I love this shade right here called Hop Along. Oh, and this color, what's that called? Croaky. Love this shade right here. Highly recommend this palette. This is a good inner corner shade. This camouflage right here, right there. Love, love, love this palette. This one got a little oily on me, but I know they have fixed the formula since I bought this, and it doesn't do that anymore. But yeah, love this palette for multi-chromes, and I don't like buying singles in multi-chromes, duochromes, because they can get really expensive. So definitely love that palette. Another palette I didn't think I was gonna love was from Gourmand Girls, and it is the C'est l'Amour palette. I got this in a subscription box. I can't remember which one, but when I got this, I was like, no, I don't do reds. But after using this a couple of times, I really fell in love with this palette, and it just blends so beautifully, and the reds and the pinks go together so well. I can come up with several different looks with this, especially if I didn't want to use the reds. And it has a black in here. It has a nice neutral color in here. And the shimmers are so nice. This color is really, really nice. This makes a really good highlight color for your inner corner highlights, or a nice topper shade. So really enjoyed this. It took me a little while coming around to this one, but after a few times using it, really fell in love with this palette. So, and yes, I will wear looks from that outside of the house. One of my favorite collabs this year was with Teresa Is Dead and Lethal Cosmetics. They did the Teresa Is Lethal palette. I love Lethal Cosmetics. Lethal Cosmetics. And I love Teresa Is Dead. So when they came out with, this is her second palette with them. And yeah, it is, I love these colors. I love purples. I love pinks. This color right here, I love that. It has a very good silver shade in there. And again, has a light color, has a dark purple color in there. These are fun colors to work with. Definitely have come up with some fun looks with this. Absolutely love that palette. Another Gourmand Girls palette that I got in a subscription box, and this was in collaboration with Saints, Angels, Sinners Cosmetics is the Together palette. I don't necessarily know if this came out this year. I'm just assuming it did, but I'm putting it in here anyways. This is a really fun looking spring palette, but I would wear it any time of year. I don't really mind palettes, using palettes, spring palettes in the summertime or in the wintertime. This color right here, it is called Sunny and Cher, and this color right here called Laverne and Shirley. I just love those colors. Love these purples, love that pink, love that blue color there. It has a black to deepen up shades. Love these greens. Lots of fun color combinations you can come up with this palette. Absolutely fantastic, and they have a wonderful formula. Love the packaging on this, and it is just great all around. Love the inside packaging on it. I really want to try more from Gourmand Girls. Hopefully I'll get some in my subscription boxes because I'm going on a low buy next year, so hopefully I'll see some more of them. What is on my eyes today is from Rasha B Cosmetics, and I've been talking about this a lot lately. It is the Xmas Witches by Rasha B Cosmetics and Just Anne, and it looks like this. And yeah, it is a Christmas palette, but yeah, you can do, like, especially with this top row up here, you can do a neutral look with it. And it is just a really fun palette. It has some duochromes in it as well. And yeah, I think Anne did a really good job with this palette. I know I'm putting it in my top 15, and I've used it 3 times now, but I know this is a really good palette. I wish Rasha B would use this formula in all of her palettes, because some of her other palettes, some of the mattes are kind of hard to work with, and she needs to use this duochrome formula in her duochrome palettes, because these actually stick to my eyes. In her duochrome palettes, those don't stick to my eyes as well. So yeah, really enjoy this palette. Anne did such a wonderful job with this palette. Love this collaboration, and yeah, I can see myself using it all the time. I've got a drugstore brand in here. I wouldn't call it mainstream, but it is a drugstore brand. It is the Moira Celestial Love Palette. It comes in such cute packaging. I love the packaging. Gets an A+ for packaging. A nice looking packaging again. It is, like I said, the Celestial Love Palette. Goes from light to dark. Has an adequate amount of shimmers in it. And has the colors I like in it, of course. I can come up with lots of different looks with this palette. And it's really good, especially not just for a drugstore, not good for a drugstore. It is a really good formula all around. So really enjoying this palette a lot. And I'm pretty sure it came out this year. Again, can't say 100%, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's move along. I am not a big fan of Onsai formula, but this Hella palette, which is Onsai with Angelica Nukvist, was a winner for me. I love greens and yellows and pinks together so much. And again, this goes from light to dark. It has a couple of duochrome / multichromes in it, and it doesn't have too many shimmers in it. I know she doesn't like, she likes mattes more than she likes shimmers, kind of like myself. And she just made a beautiful palette here. And I wish Onsai would use this formula in all of their palettes, and because their shimmers are just very, very glittery as far as I'm concerned. And these are not that way. So, like I said, I only have a couple of Onsai palettes, and it's not my favorite brand. Okay, I've got a couple of Nomad palettes here, of course. I have the Nomad Whistler Snow Lodge palette I got earlier this year. Beautiful blues. I did today, but I don't gravitate towards blue a lot. But these blues in this palette, we've got a duochrome here, and also this white is a white to pink duochrome here. Beautiful palette, lots of beautiful colors in here, and it has the contrast I like in it, and it does have a lot of shimmers in it, I will say that, but it's just a gorgeous palette all around. And one other Nomad palette is the Hudson Valley palette. I've had a chance to play with this several times. This palette is absolutely stunning and can get so many looks out of this. There are only 3 shimmers, but this palette for fall time or late summertime, if you want a good palette for that, this palette is totally amazing. You've got some browns, some greens, some reds, some yellows, and this palette is so beautiful. I can't stand it. And yeah, I love this palette. Okay, I've got something from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. They say this is their neutral palette. I still say this has lots of color in it, but if you are a color lover, this probably is neutral for you. But this palette, you can get lots of looks out of it. You can get lots of monochromatic looks from it, just going down the columns here. And yeah, they have wonderful shimmers, but their mattes just blend together so seamlessly. It is just amazing. And yeah, I'm gonna move along here. My one palette from Ace Beauté that I loved from this year is the Palettopoly palette. Oh my gosh, it is so colorful and so beautiful. I have beat mine up so much. And yeah, I just got it this year too. The pinks, oh my gosh, there's so many colors you can blend together with this. It is like a color lover's dream. And look at those purples. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, it is so beautiful. And I think my favorite purple palette of this year has got to go to Liesl Cosmetics Nightflower palette. Look at these purples. Oh my gosh, they are just magnificent. And you've got, what else do you need? I mean, really, I love the Liesl Cosmetics formula. These blend together so nicely. They look so good on your eyeballs. And yeah, Liesl is a little pricey, but to me, it's worth it. So yeah, when I need a purple palette, this is the one I pull out. So yeah, those were my favorite 15 palettes of 2022. Let me know in the comments what some of your favorite palettes are that you picked up this year. Do you have any of these palettes? What do you think of them? I would love to know. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. It really helps me with engagement, gets this video out to other makeup lovers like yourself. And if you are new here, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you picked this video to watch. If you like lots of makeup material, if you like unboxings, subscription unboxings, if you like cooking videos, or if you like talking a little bit about mental health, I would love it if you would hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, and set it to all so that you're notified every time that I upload a new video. So I hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic day out there today. If you are not, I hope something comes along and sparks your day so that you can have that kind of a day today. And if you're having an especially hard time, especially during this time of the year, know that I'm thinking about you and sending you out all of those good vibes. Just remember to stay strong, stay healthy, and stay safe out there. And I will see you in another video tomorrow. Just stay well until then. Thank you so much, and goodbye.